lean in for better audio levels. Okay.
You mean you don't want to be back here like we were doing when we had the one mic?
Salute! This is Jeff.
This is David.
I want to watch the first 15 seconds of a video.
Okay.
Salute! I am Jeff, and
Okay.
And I am David.
And we're bored, and we're going to be playing games for you, because in the Me Too-ism of the internet, we watched something and thought it was amusing, and thought, I want to do that as well.
And just as a prep,
Jeff
uses
again.
a lot of big words.
So
if
me.
you don't understand,
Good.
Wikipedia is a wonderful source.
And David uses small words,
Because I'm kind of dumb.
but he still has trouble with them. So, don't laugh at him. We were playing Equinox.
10 years ago, we started a YouTube channel, David.
Yeah.
Literally exactly 10 years ago. And the first 30 seconds are pretty on brand. I was... with me, I have my intro. Salute. It's good. It's a good Latin, a Latin greeting. You know, it's kind of unusual. I think Latin's kind of cool, but you know, it's something to say besides.
The alternative.
And we're going to do a thing that's kind of whatever, and we're...
Yep.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to point a fan directly at the microphone, but that's okay. We don't have.
Right.
Maybe if I could I'll just like rub this like paper towel just gently across the microphone as I talk into it, just to simulate kind of the whole situation here. And like, oh wait, hold on, it's a hot summer day. Got to get it nice, nice and cool in here. Okay, I'll stop that. I have no idea how unpleasant that sensory experience is.
You could also just, take my voice and just compress the the heck out of it. So it's just.
Now, I do compress the heck out of the videos. This is true, or the audio for the videos.
Right.
I do that.
Oh, I'm talking about to the point of distortion.
But you get a nice, good distortion in there. Yeah, we started a YouTube channel 10 years ago. It's called The Jeff and David Show. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
We're gonna play some Equinox for a little bit. Memories.
Yeah.
Also, this background is of Bright Moon from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
I was about to say that's She-Ra, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. This is a non-spoilery background. It's just a very pleasant. I had some other. I was looking for a good sort of interactive desktop.
Mm-hmm.
There were some that are low effort, some that are pretty high effort, but like literally just plays a video on loop with sound. And it was like almost kind of like a classic AMV, but it had like dubstep. And I was like, this is kind of dumb, and I kind of like it because it's just it was just like a 30-second video that kept looping. So every 15 seconds you just hear like and I'm like, all right, Trapped is doing a thing. I digress. Moving on. We're using the magic of a legitimate Super Nintendo.
Yes, perfectly
right
legitimate.
Here. I'm just kind of full screen that like it is always been.
Yep.
Just like like you do.
I mean, you could show the people your actual copy, I'm sure. Oh.
I said the fast forward button, which is also an original.
Oh yeah,
feature of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I gotta get those chunky pixels.
Yeah.
I immediately turned off bilinear filtering.
Good.
Because when you output an SNES to HDTV, it has rendering options like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I started a second ago here just to make sure it was running. It was.
Yay. Well, the perfectly legitimate Super Nintendo you're using is fairly stable. So,
our boy Glendall in Galadonia jumping around.
I forgot about his mad ups.
He does. Equinox is the first game we played for the channel.
I forgot how ripped he was.
He's so ripped, and his animations are so on point.
Yeah,
he's very very much. I mean, we've covered all of the minutia of all this in the actual original LP. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't go back and watch all of it or remember it, since it was literally so long ago that it's a period of time that has a unique name.
Yeah, that's true.
so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the actual sprite is kind of like rendered separately. It's made by Softworks. The music is by the... Crap, I forgot the names.
It's the brothers.
The brothers. I was about to say the Hodges brothers, but no. Aubrey Hodges is Doom 64. It'd be a weird kind of coincidence if that was the case.
I mean, you went over all this in the original intro video.
It's the sequel to Solstice. You play as the son of the original characters. This is on the Super Nintendo. It was made by Softworks Software Creations. You get 12 tokens. You fight a boss. It's colorful. It's isometric platforming with mind-bending sort of like depth kind of puzzles. You die instantly. Let's see. Here's an example. Makes that sound.
Yeah, that sound.
And yeah, so that's it. And it's one of my favorite games. It has that mystery. It also has fantastic music. It's ambient, dark ambient. It also has like, I would say, pretty ahead of its time banging electronica boss music, which makes really, really cool use of the actual like hardware of the Super Nintendo to make weird thumping electronic music.
Yeah.
See if I can get a one frame jump here. Yeah, I did it.
Hey, nice.
Jump off the top of these things. Speedrun strats, of course.
Right. I don't even know what the speedrun strat for this is.
I don't think you've even seen a speedrun for this. Delicious apple. Delicious.
I mean, one exists, so
I would assume so. Yeah. But yeah, we started the channel originally just to well, I mean, I guess personal history time, because why not?
Yeah.
Basically, and you can correct me if it's wrong, or if you had a different perspective, or remember something differently, which is entirely possible. I'm just like forgetting a bunch of stuff.
Right.
It was basically wanted to make videos to... It's kind of a my brother and me situation. It's like a thing to do to hang out, you know?
Right.
Also inspired by, not just by the LPs on the Something Awful subforum, which is where we originally did the LPs for, but also just in general, the endurance run from Persona 4 Giant Bomb. And Persona 4 in general.
I mean, Persona 4 is what started this.
Yeah.
Because I started hanging out with you once a week, and then we beat Persona 4 after many hours, 120 hours.
Yeah. And we're like, what if we did another 120 hours for Persona 3 Fez? And we did that as well.
Yeah.
So those good times. It was very helpful emotionally and mentally for me. It's not a great time. Sometimes in life there's not great times, and playing through Persona 4, which is also why Persona 4 is my favorite Persona game. There's this personal attachment to the time and getting very emotionally invested in the characters and whatnot, and then it kind of being one of the inspirations for the whole YouTube channel thing, and just kind of being alone and depressed for a lot. I was trying to get that corner jump. Do that. I feel like I can. Let me just try that a few more times. Just kind of being real, just kind of not in a great place.
Right.
But then being like, hey, let's hang out and play JRPGs until like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this kind of style of thing is kind of done on the internet, and then I don't know. I like Equinox. Yeah. And that's not really a thing that a lot of people... It's not like super popular, but it's something I really like. So, and then within 30 seconds, I was like, all right, I'll say salute. And then you say, I like to use big words. And I say, you like to use small words, but you still get them wrong. I was like, okay, I guess our brand was pretty on point even from the beginning.
It was set from the beginning. But like... For me, it was the continuation of the Persona 4 and Persona 3 thing, but also with where I was at the time with my life and like the cover band we put all that work into not working out.
It's still fun, but yeah.
Right. And then the school stuff and my work stuff. Blah. And like the thing I was getting the most entertainment out of was like...
That's a side note. I hate college. Hated college.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
I liked the people I met at college, and I liked the groups I performed with in college. Didn't like college itself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Didn't like the actual learning pits.
Yeah. Hopefully, other folks out there can have. I'm sure there's plenty of folks out there that have much more positive college experiences.
Yeah, but so for me, the Persona 4 was like, you know, the time we hung out, and it was fun, and like then I didn't feel bad for staying up way too late. Mm-hmm. And then
my butt. David got my butt.
It got your butt. But like also this idea of there are games we really wanted to share. I didn't choose the best game for my first one, but it worked out. Mm-hmm. Soul Blazer.
You learned that you can hold the shoulder buttons in order to draw things to you, like you can do in Illusion of Gaia and Terranigma, the other ones in the series.
Like you can do in all of those games, yes.
Yeah. That's a fun revelation.
After the LP was over, yeah. And as soon as
apocalypse in the biblical sense.
And then I read that comment. I opened the emulator and tried it. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh, what has happened?
I am so dumb. I also didn't get an amulet. There's a bunch of other stuff I didn't do, but then I think where I started having the absolute most fun was true crimes. Mm-hmm. Just because
there's still a bunch of people watch that to this day.
Yeah.
It turns out a lot of people played those true crime games.
Yeah.
I was not one of them, at least until went through it with you.
Well, also
that game is kind of ridiculous.
What? Oh, geez. What was the one? Chaos Legion.
Yeah.
People still watch those and comment on those.
Yeah, people still like, I enjoyed Chaos Legion.
So, yeah, this all...
I'm still waiting for another Chaos Legion.
Yep.
It's like, but Jeff...
What about Astral Chain?
Astral Chain was released on the Switch by Platinum Games. You love Platinum Games. Bayonetta and others and lots of their other stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yes, I do like Bayonetta a lot, and I do like a lot of their games. And Astral Chain is a game that they made. It sure is.
Yep.
I went back in immediately because I turned the wrong direction. I just needed to see Glendahl's ripped abs again.
Yeah, his multiple abs. Yeah, this you're right. This started as a way for us to like justify to ourselves hanging out once a week, even if it did take us a very long time to finish Darksiders.
And Dark Souls. I think we're still doing Dark Souls. I don't think we actually stopped.
I mean, the video recording after this is a Souls-like, Jeff.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's always and forever Dark Souls, forever Dark Souls, always.
Always. But yeah, like Dark Souls happened, and I originally was not going to play Dark Souls at all. I had no interest in it. And then you're like, no, this is amazing.
I was so hyped for Dark Souls.
You were so hyped.
Because I had watched I loved Demon Souls so much. It spoke to me in a way that
you're fine.
Okay. It spoke to me in a way like no other game had, and I didn't have a PS3, so all I could do was just watch like tons and tons of LPs of people playing through it, and I would just I'd watch an entire LP. And then I'd watch another one with like a magic build, and I'd watch another one from like another person that was like had never played it before. Yeah, watch one that's like a naked run where you don't equip any armor or whatever, and just over and over again. And I was so fascinated by that. I was like, I really wish I could play this video game. Didn't have PS3, and even now it's pretty hard to play Demon Souls, honestly. Without the assistance of things and stuff, I guess.
Right. That's the way to put it.
I was going to say our Italian friend, but that's not exactly correct.
No, it's not.
Ways and means. No, yeah. So, but From Software was like, oh, we're gonna make Dark Souls a spiritual sequel to Demon Souls because Demon Souls ended up being basically being owned by Sony for all intents and purposes, and it turned out that Dark Souls and also all of the other games are pretty much the same. So.
Right, as it turns out, they had a formula that they have just been sticking with.
Go to the side.
Yeah, they have been tweaking little bits and pieces of it, but a Dark Souls game is a Dark Souls game, and more than any Souls-like,
I was like, David, you have to play this video game. We're gonna play this video game. It's gonna be great. Let's try and hype it up to my brother as well.
Oh, nice.
Anyways, the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, 1,000 hours later.
Yeah, 1,000 hours later. Lots and lots of fun times. Your whole game highlight. Just sometimes you gotta make your own fun.
Right. This channel is also the reason I've played Nier.
Another absolutely fantastic game.
Yes.
That is. Get it close here so that the other people on the internet can't hear.
Okay.
I really like Nier Automata. Okay. But Nier is a better game than Nier Automata. All right, well, back to where we were.
Right. I mean, if you want me to take the fall on that, I will say that Nier Automata is a mediocre game, and Nier is a great game.
Might be able to say you might even say that a lot of the things that Nier Automata does really well were actually done either exactly the same in the first Nier game, so somewhat
better.
Somewhat diminishing their impact for people that have played the other game.
Right.
Now, but we're not here to be gatekeepers because it's still a fun game.
It's still a fun game.
Especially, it was so popular that it's like a lot of people just know about Nier because of Automata.
Yeah, and we're getting a re-release.
And
it's the wrong version, but
look. There's still a chance we're gonna get ugly ass old man Nier as God intended instead of
the gnarliest human being.
Yeah, the gnarliest human being voiced by Jameson Price and Liam O'Brien as Grimoire Weiss. Okay, and
with that just amazing 8:4 translation.
Yes, right on top of us. What are the odds that he would be right there? Okay.
Maybe you should kill him first.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I don't think there's actually any tokens in here. It doesn't even matter.
I thought there was one.
Yeah, there was two. Broadly speaking, there's two versions of Nier. The one that was specifically made to appeal to a Western audience had an ugly old man saving his daughter, which was in 2010, basically the beginning of the daddening of video games.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're like, oh, where are all those games where you're basically like a middle-aged father trying to save his daughter, or something that focused on a father-daughter relationship, your, I guess Uncharted 4's, your Last of Us's,
your most recent God of Wars.
Yeah, your God of Wars is, God of War's the son, but still, I mean, it's like, The other ones are kind of explicitly father-daughter relationships. God of War's father-son relationship.
But it's still a daddening.
But still, yeah, it's a dad.
I mean, Last of Us has a pseudo dirtbag awful human daughter relationship.
We can't talk about Last of Us.
Right.
We can't.
We can't.
Look.
We can't. We shouldn't. Just because
Last of Us is a quality video game. It is very well made. And I strongly dislike the main character, and I am not enamored with the way it concludes. Many people are, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. We're here on the internet. We can like different things. It's okay.
It's fine. And liking a thing and it being good, not related at all.
This is entirely true. There is no such thing as ironic enjoyment. There is only enjoyment.
Yep.
You might say that you have ironic enjoyment, but what you're doing is tricking yourself into just enjoying something.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You can just do that.
It's fine.
I'm a little bit lost. I thought I was going to maybe fight the boss before we ended. But,
well, there's a token right up there, and there's a white door in here somewhere.
Yeah, It's either here or the next one.
Yeah.
I think we only need the one.
Yeah.
Okay, or I mean the one white key. We need 12 tokens naturally, but...
Right.
Ah, my butt! We got my butt again! Twice now!
Why do you have life again? If you insta-die always?
Well, I mean, it's you restart the room.
Right. Right, you lose a half pip.
You lose a half pip, and then that can be problematic as, these things can be very difficult. There's ways to mitigate, which is nice, because you can you don't instantly jump. If you hold down the jump button, you do a squat.
Right.
So you can make sure you're pointing the exact right direction.
Right.
Your shadow is what you could use to line up on these,
weird
even though
isometric
this is
things.
it's cylindrical, but I mean it's effectively an entire sort of cube, right?
Right.
For collision and whatnot.
Yeah.
We'll finish the first world. I mean, we just need to find a boss and wander over.
Yeah. I think something this channel and us being able to, aside from the fact that us being able to hang out once a week or twice a week for 10 years, almost uninterrupted.
Yeah, before that, we would hang out once a year.
Once a year, New Year's Eve. That was it.
It was New Year's Eve. This is it, and we had the kind of friendship where that wasn't, or at least from my perspective, it wasn't like, I don't know what's the word. It's basically like everything was put in cryostasis or something.
Right. Like,
so
I wouldn't see y'all for a year. We would get back together and be like,
talk,
all
and
right.
it'd be like, all right, we're back into it.
All right.
Exactly where we left off.
What weird are y'all watching now?
Yeah,
all right.
last New Year we were doing this, hanging out, playing this, and then now it's the next New Year's Eve, so continue right where we left off.
It's the next New Year's Eve. We're watching Twin Peaks. Okay.
I don't know if that is I don't know how common that kind of relationship is. Maybe it's more. Is it American thing? Is it more of like a male friendship thing? I don't know.
I don't know. I think
when it's in the comments below.
yeah.
But actually,
have this kind of relation.
Okay. Now, is that sort of a transparent attempt to? I keep walking to the same places because I'm trying to think out loud.
It's bottom left.
It's not though.
I thought it was. Yeah, that's where the white key door was.
We have to go to a different.
I thought it was. No, it's not.
Maybe we have to do a different entrance. I keep walking in circles. It's instead of just being a bald attempt at trying to game the freaking YouTube system, which is stacked against people, in order to get engagement so that people can watch it, so they can go to our Patreon and pay us money, so that we can actually get paid for
the thing we do,
making videos for editing and creating videos for literally an entire decade of time.
Yeah.
But actually, I also want to know. So it could be both.
Yeah.
This could be two things. It could be two things.
Yeah. It's 10 years.
There we go. That's
there it is.
Okay. All right. Hit.
Run.
It's a chase sequence.
Run. I'm glad those pillars don't impede your progress.
We do have to kill all of them.
Right, of course
they
do.
They will get stuck here.
Oh, right.
Play long enough for me to murderate. Yes.
And now,
Uh-oh. Then it only takes a... There we go. Okay.
All right. Yeah. I think
these green ghosts are pretty weak.
I think one of my favorite times.
Summoning spell activate. This boss track is just
so good.
Is just so good. It's fire, or is dope, or is
it slaps.
A heat rock, or it slaps. I don't know. Whatever the current thing is that describes an awesome tune.
Right. Yeah.
Also, this should still be a safe area.
Right, in the bottom corner. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try that. Kind of.
Yep.
Using the magic of
weird hitboxes.
Yeah, weird hitboxes. Oh no, I was not in the right spot.
You weren't in your safe spot.
Yeah, I wasn't in my safe spot. No, not at all. Okay.
I was gonna say, I think one of my favorite times we've ever had is the Syndicate LP.
Syndicate is very fun. It was really fun to try and get that to work out with all the extra people. It was so much extra effort to do.
Yes.
But totally worth it. That game is great.
Yeah. I just like the moment that solidified it for me is when the two people who were playing with us, when they finally saw the corporation logo and color scheme I had come up with, and their screen was just covered in the worst yellow-pink combination imaginable, and their reaction of just violent revulsion. I was like, yep, okay.
Somehow this works. This works.
Yeah. And that, of course, that's where It's on a Lot of Fire came from.
Yes, of course. Another very important part of our branding, you know?
It's the fact that words just come out. I don't always do words well.
Ah, there we go. Just breaking apart. Just wondering why you've been going back up to the top.
Because he's exploding.
What's that music? And it's not a steady tempo. So it has this kind of frenetic energy where it like starts to speed up a little bit.
Yeah. Now, is it doing that because of limitations of the system, or
no? It's. I don't think so. I think it's intentional. It's just.
Oh, wow.
It's all just great design.
Nice.
So like this part is the best. Yeah. Because I mean that's running off a Super Nintendo like chip, so it has like a lot of extra effects you don't expect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the rising kind of thing. There's weird arpeggios in the distant background. There's panning effects. And it's kind of this sort of like Middle Eastern, Phrygian, or maybe Indian style with like the kind of drums in the background. But it's just this constant 4 on the floor. Anyways.
Right, and it's not 100% standard tuning. It's just so good.
It's high quality stuff. Hey, if you're still here, either 30 minutes later or 10 years and 30 minutes later, thanks.
Thank you. It has been great. It really and truly has, and we're gonna keep going. There have been a number of times where I have been having just a crap day, and I have seen a comment and just been like, oh, I feel better now.
It's to the point where a comment on YouTube could actually put more joy into the world.
Right. Oh, right, because when we started, that was not the case.
No, it's still mostly not the case, but it can be. It can be the case.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this, I guess do the short version. Yeah. It's YouTube. We've done YouTube, been here for a decade. Like liking and commenting, it's just numbers that go up so that people can actually get the videos in their feeds, so that more people can watch it.
Right.
The actual I don't actually care about the exact like ratio of a video. It's literally just like a metric for engagement. Comments, I love reading those and responding to them.
Right.
So if you have any, especially if you're interested, like the nature of modern Western male friendships or whatever the topic happens to be.
If you want to talk about the soundtrack for Tulip, or go over the oddity that is the game Illbleed, like.
Yeah, whatever the case may be. But we also have a Patreon. Yeah, and if you want to give us money monthly on that would be super awesome. That's sort of like the thing to do nowadays on the platform. So, yeah. Dark Souls.
Decade.